just crystal meth.
Yeah.
It's the blue stuff. Thanks, Walter White. Okay.
Hey, welcome to Snackdown. I'm Justin, and this is...
Andy, hey.
Hey, and last week we had Wayne on. That was a good one. Today could be a disaster. We're unsure.
We're actually kind of following the Taiwanese whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's also an LA trend.
An LA trend, yeah.
But what's not an LA trend?
New York.
It's true.
New York is definitely not an LA trend.
Yeah. So, what we're doing today, you kids may have heard of it. How do you describe it?
It's tea with almost a good froth of, like a dairy froth that's sweet and salty and very palatable.
Interesting.
I'm making assumptions because we haven't had it yet.
Yeah. So what we're doing is called cheese tea.
Nice.
And we've actually never had a real version. A cheese tea place opened up near us, and I was reading about it. And it's kind of made its way across the country from LA. It kind of got popular there. But like Andy said, it did start not in LA. It started in like Taiwanese food stalls.
In 2010-ish.
Yeah.
Guess where I got that information from?
Where?
Huffington Post. So take that with a big grain of salt.
But, I mean, what you can take from it is it didn't actually start in the U.S., obviously, as most things don't. But
right.
L.A. made it popular, which L.A. makes lots of things popular, and they kind of slowly make their way across to the East Coast.
Yeah.
And so Cheese Tea Place opened near here, and I wanted to get some, and we wanted to do some for the pod, but we figured by the time we bought it and brought it all the way back here, it wouldn't transfer very well. And so Andy's like, screw it, we'll just make our own. And I'm like, can we? And Andy's like, let's try. And so we've never actually had a real cheese tea before. So this is going to be our first experience with cheese tea. And it looks...
Because I just made it. It looks a little runny.
It looks a little runny.
It looks a lot of runny.
Like it's supposed to be a little bit frothier than what we did. And it kind of like just immediately started to sink into the tea.
Yeah.
So what you've got is you've got black tea.
Yes.
Iced black tea. And then we made the topping. There's cream cheese. There's sweetened condensed milk. There's heavy whipping cream.
Yep, heavy whipping cream. A little bit of sugar, and it usually is, or sometimes topped with sea salt. At least the recipe I was using was topped with sea salt. I looked at a couple different variants of recipes, and I mean, really, the heavy whipping cream, the condensed milk, and the cream cheese are the biggest consistencies across the recipes. And then also, there was a lot of play, in terms of like, oh, well, we tried it this way, and then we tried it this way, and I don't think you're necessarily going to get it right the first time.
Yeah.
If you held on for the camping episode, hold on a little tighter.
Yeah, we failed on the camping episode, and this...
Because there's not going to be coyotes in the background to save our butts.
Yeah. So what this is supposed to look like, if you've ever gotten coffee with, like, cold foam, have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to, like, kind of sit on top of the drink. Mm-hmm. This sat on top for a second, and we're like, this looks pretty good. And then it's like... like...
Yeah, it like held, if you like drink a black and tan, they pour the one, they pour the other, and they just kind of separate for a long time. This one separated for all of 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and then started
down through.
Yeah.
So now the whole thing is kind of a milky...
Anyway, let's try
it.
Let's get into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
So,
should we do a clink?
Sure.
That's not the sound you want.
Sounds plastic.
I'll edit in a good one.
And there's the clink. So apparently if you're doing it right, here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tilt it at a 40-degree angle before you sip it at all, and then you take a sip.
Are you serious?
I swear. No, that's not going to work here because one, we're kind of filled to the brim.
It's like, it's filled.
And then two, there's nothing separated in this. It's almost homogeneous.
It's just cheese tea now.
Still very good.
It's very good. I mean...
Looks ugly, very good. Right? Would you say?
Yeah, it's like drinking, I don't know. Wow.
Right?
That's so good. It's like elegant chocolate milk, even though it has nothing to do with chocolate or milk.
Right, yeah.
It's like a very sweet...
The condensed milk did a lot for it in terms of flavor.
I don't taste the black tea at all. So we use black tea.
Yeah.
Wow. Jump on board the cheese train with this
Would you have that again?
I would definitely have that again.
If I were to serve this to people, though, I would serve it to them in an opaque glass.
Yeah, so they can't see.
So they can't see the monstrosity of mixing on the bottom. So
I wonder what it's like when it doesn't mix. Because, like, it's got to be a little bit different. I think you would taste the black tea more if it kind of was sitting on top.
Yeah, but it would have to pass through the cream cheese. It's good, though. So they do variants. It's usually a fruity or sweet variant, right?
Yeah, so the UT place near us, they have, like, strawberry cheese. They've got, like, a mango cheese.
Mm-hmm. I got to say... So the top part definitely tastes like cream cheese icing, or like frosting. Take a sip now, and the bottom part tastes a little bit like vanilla and plain Soylent.
That's what I was tasting. I kind of recognize
what
the
it
taste.
tastes like.
Yeah, it kind of tastes a little bit like
a
Soylent.
little tannic, sort of thing. Sort of plain, pretty neutral, full-bodied. Mm-hmm. We're drinking good Soylent. Without
like dessert Soylent.
Yeah. I mean, that's not that great. If you think about it. So, does it taste like that? Would you agree? Like, that's kind of what it tastes like? I would agree.
So, when I was saying the chocolate milk, I think what I was trying to say is the Soylent. Because it tasted like something I recognized, which I wasn't thinking Soylent, so I just kind of like pulled chocolate milk. And we had the chocolate Soylent.
We did have the chocolate Soylent.
There's nothing chocolate in here, though.
No.
But I think it's just that sweet milk that I was tasting. Mm-hmm. Because chocolate milk is sweet milk, so I think that maybe it's the sweetened condensed milk that...
It smells
delicious,
good.
Though.
Yeah, it's delicious. Wow. It smells good.
Looks disgusting, but...
Looks absolutely disgusting. Like, if someone tried to sell this to me, I'd be like, no. But obviously people are doing it way more proper than I am.
Yeah. I am so pleasantly surprised by this. I was like, this is going to be...
I mean, the ingredients are good. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah.
Okay, the biggest hurdle you would have had to have was tea and milk. Mm-hmm. Have you ever put milk in your tea?
I'm not a big milk tea person.
A lot of people... Oh, wow. Was that your shoulder? Mm-hmm. Gross.
I wonder if it picked it up.
Oh, it totally picked it up.
Really?
Yeah. It kind of sounded like a little... Almost like a pop on a record.
Let's see if I can do it again.
Oh, God! Oh, no. It's disgusting. Some people call it like milk cap tea or cheese foam tea. Mm-hmm. So it's got other names. But cheese tea isn't like the only name for it.
I didn't even hear about this until last week. And a guy I work with was like, hey, you ever tried that cheese tea? I'm like, what? I'm like, cheese tea? And I'm imagining like a big cup of cheese. You know what I mean? Like when someone says like cheese tea, you're like, what in the world? And he's like, sounds like something you could do on your pod. And
Is that what he sounds like?
No.
I heard you can do that on your radio program.
You got that radio program? So then he was showing me the stuff online, and I was like, it looked really good. Mm-hmm. And I love cheese. So I'm all about it in any form, if I'm drinking it or eating it. So I was like, I gotta try that. It's kind of like you took the innards of a pastry and kind of like put it in your drink.
Mm-hmm. It's good, huh? Now I'm really curious to see what real cheese tea tastes like. Not saying this isn't. Of course, because it is. But...
I will have some cheese tea before our next episode, so I'll report back. What if ours was better? It won't be.
How dare you? I take great offense.
Well, you were just saying, like, you're obviously not going to get it quite right on the first attempt. But what if you lucked into a perfect cheese tea?
That'd be something to celebrate, for sure.
But like you said, I mean, the ingredients all lend itself to be good.
Right, yeah.
It's not like you're putting something bitter in that you accidentally put too much of and now it's kind of gross.
It's not something that you have to balance, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is good, this is good. Whipped cream is good, or heavy whipping cream is good, which is essentially unsweetened whipped cream. Condensed milk,
yeah.
Cream cheese. So it's a winning combination.
Yeah. The hardest part, I think, is just getting the whipping, the texture right.
Right.
Or the frothiness right.
So right now we've got two things in the freezer. We've got more tea because we're going to try it with another flavor. And then we also have, like the topping because I'm going to cool it down. We're going to whip it up again and see if it whips up more.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that right now, but we're just trying to prep, Yeah. We're just trying to, it's a learning curve. So it's funny because, so when we were talking about this, you were like, yeah, you think you can make it? I'm like, dumb me. I was like, yeah, I YouTubed it and I think we can do it. And like, obviously it turns out like super ugly looking, but everyone else was making yucky faces when they were drinking it. So we did something right in terms of the flavor, right?
It's funny because when you poured it into the cup, like we said, it looked good for like 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. And we're both like, wow, turned out great.
Holy crap.
We turned around, got the camera, turned back.
It looked like
and in
melted
that time
wax.
It was like, blah.
Yeah. It looked like, some sort of like ooze, just like dripping down.
Mm-hmm. So have you been to the fair yet?
We're going to go tomorrow.
You're going to go tomorrow? Yeah. You haven't been yet?
No.
Okay.
What do you do at the fair? I
kind of go all around and get some food and look at the animals and see the things. So I got a Moscow Mule wine slushie. I was like, I got to get this and talk about it on the pod. Mm-hmm. It was meh.
It was fine.
I wanted to know how they could somehow get the ginger beer flavor into a wine slushie, and they didn't. So basically, imagine a wine slushie with a bit of lime.
They probably just like made the wine slushie at first, and then they're like, "Well, what are we going to call this?" Like, and then they're just trying to like liken it to something. Mm-hmm. Maybe I don't know.
Because it just was like very lime heavy wine slushie.
No ginger flavor.
Not that I could taste at all.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
If you're going to call something a Moscow Mule, like you better have a good forward flavor to it. So
then I had a deep fried buffalo chicken taco, which was delicious.
How did that work out?
It was delicious.
Yeah, but like, did it have lettuce in it?
Yeah.
It had lettuce in the deep fried?
Mm-hmm. Like the taco was created and like cinched, almost like a burrito, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like a big thing, and then that whole thing is deep fried, and then it's like cut open. Oh, it's delicious.
I think we're going to go like super early morning, so I probably can't like try to get like a Moscow Mule wine slushie at like 8 a.m.
1911 tent, they have this like Tipsy Cow, and it's a mix of 1911 cold brew coffee vodka with burned dairy chocolate milk, whipped cream topped with chocolate syrup, and there's like donut in it. And then hanging on it is a shot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's like this big thing.
There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Do they have it at 1911 like year round? Have you seen it there?
No, I think it's like a state fair thing.
Oh wow.
I had a sip of it, like after everything's been like mixed up and everything, and it tastes like a milkshake of some sort. But
So it's like a little
coffee,
chocolatey,
coffee milkshakey type deal.
Yeah. So at the end, it's just like boozy and sweet and like milky.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do like a little rum in this. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. Not
Actually,
rum.
no.
Not rum.
Sake? No.
Let's do a little sake. Can we?
Sake with the tea and the...
No, not separate.
Just drinking
separate.
sake.
Yeah.
While the stuff is getting cool.
Want to?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, so we have some sake still here.
Yeah. All right, well, let's kind of let some things...
Take a break, I guess?
Yeah, let some things cool down. Maybe we'll turn on the AC for a little bit and have a little lukewarm sake.
Yeah.
Okay, sake it to me. We'll snack you in a bit.
For goodness sake.
Ooh. We'll see in a bit, so be good, for goodness sake.
And we're back. Backy? Like sake?
Bake.
We're bake. So
Bebe.
we experimented a little with this one, and the frothing got a lot better. Like it's sitting right on top of the black tea.
Mm-hmm. It looks good.
Andy has like a very proud, like his dad taught him something and he did it right for the first time, and he's like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Dad,
Yeah.
Look.
So the other one was watery, right? Or milky rather. This one's actually maintaining its shape on the top from the pour. It almost looks like a
milkshake top.
like a blizzard or milkshake or whatever. And you want to tell everyone what's in this one?
Yeah, so we did the same recipe, but we added in crushed Oreos and some frozen strawberries. Mm-hmm. So that sounds pretty good, right? Yeah. We don't know.
Gosh, I forgot the salt.
Oh, you're gonna...
Should I add the salt?
Yeah, let's add the salt.
What the hell? And I'm gonna put it on the side this time because when we put it in the middle, I just like watched it like go away from me, you know. So I'll like kind of do a little circle.
Circle of salt. Salt circle.
Salt City Circle.
If you could put a line on the table also.
Oh, God. That's dark.
That looks good. Look how fancy we've become.
Yeah, I gotta say, it looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
Can I take a picture of mine with your camera?
Yeah, with just this?
Yeah.
All right, let's try this.
Yeah, all right, let's try. Cheers. Again, not the sound we wanted, but hopefully it's the flavor we want.
Oh, cut a lot of that salt on the...
You're welcome. That's great. You
got so much in your mustache.
And I'm not even trying. I'm really not even trying to do this. It's like extra clumpy on my mustache, so it just looks like I have more teeth. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it look like I have more teeth?
It's a real toothy grin. So, I don't like this as much.
Why?
I think I can't take you seriously.
You don't have to. You never have to.
So honestly, I think I really liked the last one mixed and kind of made like a universal drink. So I'm tasting a lot more like the black tea, I think.
Separately from the...
Yeah.
Here's my recommendation to you.
Like I'm tasting mostly black tea.
I would say like open up the top part of your mouth more. Like don't rest your top lip on the top of the glass.
Like pour it onto my tongue, you're saying?
No. Let some, like, suck some of that in as you're taking the tea in, too.
I'm not getting it. That's the thing.
So rest your bottom lip on the glass and then open up the top of your mouth more. Yes, just like that. Less good?
I just can't get any of that in my mouth, so I'm just getting salty black tea.
The presentation was sweet, though.
Yeah, it was. I really liked the mixed...
I don't know. I think this is still really good.
You're tasting the cream cheese? Mm-hmm. I haven't tasted any of it.
Really? You're getting too much salt?
Like when I drink it,
you want to spoon off?
See how the liquid comes up?
Yeah.
That's all I'm tasting.
Throw more on there.
Nothing.
God. Do you not have taste buds? Well, I'm going to get you more. Looks like you already have a pretty adequate amount, but I'm still going to go. You're going to get this, okay?
Okay.
You're going to understand this.
Like, it's good. I swear it is. Maybe with a straw would be good, because you could, like, poke it in, and your straw would be filled with the cream cheese, and you'd suck it up with black tea.
Try it now.
Yum. So if I can get both in, it's good. The problem is, as I drink it, the filling goes down, and then I can't get it anymore.
Right.
Which is where I think a straw would help.
I didn't put too many strawberries in. Mm. I was kind of worried that it was just going to be too watery, and then it would like contribute to the problem. So I added Oreos, and I think the Oreos did a good job of sucking up some of the excess moisture too. Yeah. And then it kind of let the heavy whipping cream do its thing.
Do you taste the strawberry and Oreo?
Let's see. Let me just do it again.
Yeah, I can taste both.
I can certainly smell the strawberry. I mean, I think the flavor kind of gets a little mixed up in everything else that's going on, but I can definitely smell it, and then I can definitely smell and kind of taste the Oreo.
I can definitely taste the strawberry.
Do you think the Oreo is less available?
I think it's pretty well balanced.
So, I changed your mind?
I still like the first one better. I liked that mixed.
Oh, okay. So, put it at that 40-degree angle.
Is that what they were talking about?
Yeah. Maybe it has to, like, slide down. Nope, didn't change anything.
I think it got better.
Oh, really?
Well, see, my problem was, like I was saying, when you drink, the topping sinks down, and then when you tip it up to drink, you're only getting the tea. Mm-hmm. So if you keep it at this 40-degree angle, it kind of all meets at the top. It is good. Like, it is an interesting drink.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is going to be better, the pro version or this version?
I don't know. I'm interested to see, like, how it will differ. With having, like, no experience with cheese tea and tasting this, like, I have no idea what will change. You know what I mean? Like, will it be a completely different flavor? Will it? I don't know.
Would you say that the amount of salt that I added to be obtrusive?
It is very obtrusive, yes. That's what I didn't like at first. Like, my first sip was, like, so salty and black tea-ish. It was like, oh, salty tea. Are you chewing salt?
Oh, for sure. That was a lot of salt. Holy guacamole.
It looked good in the picture, though.
Yeah, it sure did. Do it for the gram. Am I right?
So yeah, back to the fair. I also had some beef jerky. That was good. Have to get some beef jerky. Oh, I had a beer from Good Nature Brewing, because you've talked about them a lot. Mm-hmm. And so I went to like the beer tent, and I'm like, I want an IPA. And I'm like, oh, there's an IPA from Good Nature Brewing. I've never had that before.
Yeah, they're good. They're a solid brewery.
I didn't really like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of IPA was it?
I can't remember what it was called, but it was way too citrusy for me. I don't know. I was just like I couldn't wait for it to be over.
When was the last time you said that about an IPA?
Not
in a long time.
A long time.
That sucks. I
wish I knew the name of it. But
so I went on vacation. First time in a couple years. It was awesome. We went to the Adirondacks, and there was this... Is
this a story time?
Sure. Yeah. So we heard about this like big rock slide. I don't know how to maybe otherwise describe it. It's not like a bunch of rocks slide down as like a verb, like a rock slide. But there's this big 40 to 45 degree angle, just kind of like how you're supposed to sip. And
how you're supposed to sip cheese tea.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And that's why it's relevant. I would say maybe about 50 feet long and water flowing over it. And people will slide down this thing just in swim shorts.
Ow.
Yeah, big ow. I mean, it's very smooth. But we were smart and we hoofed in, so one of us hoofed in a big like tube that goes typically on the back of your boat. And it was a tube that was a little beat up, so it wasn't really like back of the boat worthy. We brought that in and we went down that slide, and it scared the crap out of me every time.
How far of a slide was it?
50 feet. 50.
Did you say that?
Yeah. No. It's okay. You've had a little too much cheese.
Drunk on cheese.
Yeah. That fermented cheese. Is there fermented cheese? Like fermented horse milk?
So 50 feet. That's like not that far.
Correct.
But it was steep.
Yeah. It was pretty steep. On like a tube like that, you don't have control, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like you can be like, oh, still front, like your face wasn't going like down front ways the whole time.
I was going to say, did you ever flip around like backwards or anything?
I did. Both times that I went down, really? I would flip around backwards.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. And there's one part of it that's got like, not a lip, but like a pretty nasty bump, especially if you're going down like just bare butt. You know what I mean? Like that would probably like break your tailbone.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's like sliding rock over on Cranberry Lake.
What did you end? Like, where did it end?
There was a pool.
Grass?
It was really nice. There was a pool.
Oh, you fell into water?
Yeah. Oh,
Rocks into water? I'm so confused. It's a very strange visual.
So there's a creek, and the creek would go from, point A to point C. And at point B, it turns into this really 40 to 45 degree angle for about 50 feet, maybe about 15 or 20 feet wide of like a slant of just smooth rock. And then at the end of it, you would end up in this pool of like a natural pool of water, and then the creek would continue on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just like the thought of like hiking a mile in and then like possibly like cracking your head on like rock and then like having to hike out a mile out, Not super appealing, but I'm glad I did it. And I got bit by mosquitoes so much. They love me. Are you a magnet or no?
No, not really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just like destroy me.
That's good to know. Because then if we go outside, I know. Like together.
That's rude.
Like when we go to other countries,
yeah.
I'll be fine. And you'll be like getting all these weird diseases.
They'll be like, watch out for malaria. And you'll be like, Andy, did you hear that? They didn't say that for me. It was for you.
I look over and you got like 10 mosquitoes on you.
I'm like, I can't hear you. But yeah, no, it was a good vacation. We saw a bald eagle. That was pretty cool.
That's always very cool.
I was like, oh yeah, I got to take a picture of it. And of course I had like, a 10 millimeter lens on there. I was like, I can see nothing.
Yeah. When you're like, wow, the moon's so cool, and you pull out your phone and you like digital zoom until it's just like a white grainy
nothing.
Disaster.
Absolutely nothing. You're like, wow, the moon is it's so big tonight. It's like it's a dot. Crap. You got like 3 pixels.
It makes you like appreciate your eyes though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Are you into astrophotography?
Like nighttime photography?
Yeah, and like photographing stars.
I would like to. I love photograph stars.
Dude, let's do that sometime.
We should.
Yeah. Your stomach.
You can hear that? Yeah. It was like astrophotography.
it was like, excuse me. Maybe we should mic your stomach from now on.
Yeah, I really like nighttime photography, especially when it shows like the curve of the earth, kind of. Like especially if you do like time-lapse or slow photography. Like
a super long exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to
love
do like
those long exposure shots where you can just see like many
the stars spinning.
Yeah.
You know how like we had coyotes and like
these
are the indoor coyotes.
My stomach.
It's your stomach growling.
It's like as soon as we started just talking about stars.
Oh, it's like blah. Whatever.
Get back to the cheese.
That's true. If anyone here in this room has the biggest steak, did it growl again because I said steak? No. If anything here has the biggest stake in Snackdown, it's your and my stomach more than my brain.
Yeah.
Right.
I just like being out in the country and being able to actually like slowly, when your eyes adjust, and you can see more and more stars.
Mm-hmm. And the night goes on too, and that gets better and better. But
yeah, do you like using telescopes at all? Have you gone out with like a telescope and looked at like the moon really close? And
yeah, I have in the past. I think my parents had like an LLB brand telescope.
Nice. Don't they make clothes?
Yeah, they make clothes. They make
clothes and telescopes
and totes. They make totes.
Totes?
Tote bags.
Like boxes.
Tote bags.
Totes to tote around your telescope?
Telescope
topes. Topes?
You tried to baby tote.
That's tough to say.
Oh my God.
Telescope tote. Say that 10 times fast.
Just let your stomach talk.
Say at least twice fast.
Teletopes.
No, see?
No, teletotes.
Telescope totes.
Telescope totes. Telescope totes. Telescope totes.
It's tough.
This is a good episode.
So now we're just drinking some sake.
Mm-hmm.
Just delicious. Should we try something else?
Like what?
I don't know. Bourbon or something?
Probably not for me.
Man, after you're done with the cheese tea, your glass looks like...
It looks like you did an Irish car bomb.
That's true.
Doesn't it? It just has like that kind of spread out, not curdled, but...
My stomach is a little like...
Feels great.
No, it just feels like a little heavy. Or like
nice.
Over full.
Nice.
And then I'm thinking about how much like cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, condensed milk we just ate.
Yeah. Like we both just ate a quarter package of cream cheese each.
And then a half a cup of heavy whipping cream.
Mm-hmm. Each.
And then like...
3 ounces each of condensed milk.
Man, if you were like lactose intolerant...
Not good. Yeah.
When you had one of these...
This is the gauntlet for lactose intolerant people.
What
are we going to name your stomach? Because obviously he's trying to... Or she.
It's a guest.
He or she.
It's a he.
Yeah, just kind of stays.
He's just angry, I guess.
Why, though? I fed him something amazing.
Maybe he's happy.
Yay! What?
It's like gurgling the cream cheese.
He's like...
Yeah.
Amazing! This is great! I almost shook off my Turtle Beach headset.
It'd be funny if every time my stomach made a noise, we just input that sound of you.
Yeah. Cool. What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend?
No, your stomach's asking.
Oh,
that.
yeah. He's like, what are we eating?
He's like, party on, bleeding.
You have a headache now?
No, but I probably should, though.
Yeah, you shook your head a lot.
I think most of the force was caught in the cheeks.
So when you go to the fair, what are your classics?
We like see all the animals, and then I honestly like to look out the window salesman and like the kitsch salesman.
Like
I'm
in
kidding.
the...
I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
If you go in the room, though, with the sand sculpture, the big building with all the sellers of things, there's a beef jerky guy in there.
And he sells you beef jerky or gives you free samples? Or
yeah, he sells you beef
probably,
jerky.
Probably both.
If you go into the art building, you know where they have like the Knitters Club and then they have like the art upstairs. There's a dip salesman in there. And there's like little cups of pretzels. And then you can like tongue out some pretzels and then...
I thought you were talking about like tobacco dip.
No.
Like, oh, here's a new flavor today. Pretzels. Pretzel flavored dip.
No.
Right next to
I don't
wintergreen.
really know what you would call it, but like, you know, you like dip your pretzel in it.
Yeah, dips and sauces. Yeah.
Dips and sauces. And then he's got some frostings too. But you can like
Ooh.
try all of them. Some of them were just like, so good.
We try to just do everything on the animal side. And then usually at that point is when someone loses it and we have to go home.
Yeah. So you're not there for very long.
No, kind of in between nap times.
You think you'll ever bring your kids on the rides, or do you trust amusement park rides?
You know, I'd say probably on a park ride, if it probably goes more than 50 feet and more than 20 miles an hour, I'd say probably no. You know? What about you? What do you think?
I've never been on like the fair rides. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Do you
I'm
trust
not
them?
I guess I trust them. I mean,
They get expensive.
yeah.
You know?
I've just never been like a rides guy. So to pay to get into the fair, I'd rather spend my money on like food and stuff instead of like going on like a rickety roller coaster. I don't know.
Do you like going to theme parks? Like
I
amusement
don't
parks?
really go to theme parks, no. I'm not a rides guy.
We should do a Snackdown episode of the theme park.
It would be like theme park snacks and
Hershey Park.
churros, though. You can get some like churros and
We should do
deep fried.
We should do Hershey Park.
Hershey Park.
Live stream that. I think we could probably get a little comp there before Sandals starts kicking on. So maybe we could test out the old
GoPro?
chest cam. What do you think?
So if we go on Sandals, which Sandals resort would we go to?
So I think there was like a Sandals. Oh no, Club Med.
Where's that?
What's that?
Where's that?
What'd your stomach say?
He's like, Club
He's
Med?
like, Club Med? No. I think there's a couple different Club Meds. I think they're European and like cater to like the European group. So when I did entomology, like for my undergrad,
I still can't believe you did entomology.
is that cool or not?
That's cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Not a lot of people would say, that's cool, Andy. So I did like a project in the Bahamas and it was awesome. And we worked every day, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like backbreaking work all day. It was just like projects that we'd set up and we just needed to kind of consistently catch bugs and, you know, get good data sets. But there was, this was like on an island in the Bahamas called San Salvador, and crazy, you know, flies in and it's like you're like 2 feet from the beach, you know, when you're flying in. So it's kind of scary. You're on a puddle jumper. And there was this, you know, resort and like all these people on like catamarans and like, you know, having fun and everything. And we're staying at like an old U.S. naval base that had kind of been like obviously demilitarized and then turned into a biology research station.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I mean, we got to see kind of the Club Med people there.
Yeah.
I've never been into a resort. You have, right? Or no?
No. I mean, I went to like a really nice like hotel.
Oh, that's right.
Like
But you did have to pay for that.
But
Yeah.
it was like more of a hotel. I've never been to like a resort where they cater to your every need.
Maybe not every need. Right, stomach?
Yeah,
You can't even do. You don't want to do it. Your head's gonna hurt.
it's gonna hurt.
I don't like rides. Said stomach.
Yeah, I think if we go Sandals, it should be the Bahamas.
I like how you're talking about it like it's something that's gonna happen. You're like, yeah, I don't know. Like one, like it's a decision that we have to make right now, and then two, like it's actually.
I've already like in my budget. I have like groceries and then like sandals.
Yeah.
Sandal savings.
Your stomach's going again. I don't think the mic picked up on it, but I could hear it.
Yeah, it's got to be this cream cheese.
More like scream cheese.
Hey, we've just been drinking cheese.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try out some U cheese?
Some new cheese?
I said U cheese. Are you gonna try some UT?
What's UT?
The cheese tea place.
Oh.
Some real cheese tea.
Yeah, at some point. It's just in the mall somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm curious to see if they're going to if they've done a better job than us.
Now it kind of follows. It kind of reminds me of like the bubble tea craze. So are you a bubble tea guy?
I like the flavors of the teas themselves. I enjoyed the bubble aspect of it, like the tapioca aspect of it, in terms of shooting it at things, like projecting. Did you know that you could shoot them?
Well, you just blow it out the straw?
Yeah.
They
like
a spit wad.
Yeah, but they launch.
Really?
They go pretty far, and they stick to whatever you... I think we were shooting them at stop signs, which I don't think people appreciated, but... Yeah, they would like hit and stick to stop signs.
I just love bubble tea and tapioca balls. The best bubble tea place I've been to is down near Binghamton University. And the Binghamton University has a large, like, Asian population.
Oh, really?
I think it's due to, I don't know if it's the business degree they have or whatever. But they, like, run the bubble tea place, basically. So then when,
the students do?
Yeah. So then when, like, BU is out for the semester... Like over the summer,
they just shut it down.
Yeah, the tea place basically like shuts down.
Wow.
When college opens up, it's like, oh, the bubble tea place is back, and it's such good bubble tea. And they do it different than the places up here because like they somehow flavor the teas, so you can pick a base there. So like you can pick black tea, green tea, whatever, and then you can pick a flavor
of tapioca.
So, no, of like I don't know. So like I would usually get like, oh, I want a strawberry black tea.
So it'd be like black tea with strawberry in it. Like strawberry flavoring. But like the tapioca always tastes the same. Yeah. So what the heck is the craze with the tapioca?
But when you come up here, at least the places, the bubble teas up here, they don't have like, you can't pick your flavor in your tea. Like there it was like so diverse. Like they just had, here's your list of teas and you pick that as a base. Here's all the flavors you can put into it. And then you can have it with milk, without milk, tapioca, without tapioca.
What's like the dumbest beverage craze you've ever seen? Have you ever thought about that?
No. I mean... Are you thinking of something specific and hoping I go for it?
No, not necessarily.
I don't know.
I would say Starbucks comes out with a lot of dumb stuff.
So,
like the unicorn one.
So they came up with this, Starbucks, I think, came up with an Ariana Grande thing. It's called a Cloud Macchiato.
Uh-huh.
And so they do this cold foam, but it's like half cold foam and half drink. And the foam is like nothing.
What do you mean the foam is nothing? It's just like, air?
It's very, very light, almost like a, you know, like the head of a
just
drink.
like a,
Yeah, it's basically like
that
a
for
huge
half of it.
Head.
Yeah.
With like maybe like a light sweetness. And then your drink. So it's like very little drink. Because my friend, Katie, who's on, she loves Ariana Grande. And so she's like, I gotta, But she's like, they came out with, you know, her drink, so I have to go try it. And then even she was like, it's such crap. A waste because like it's just half of your cup is like nothing.
I feel like pop star fans pop up in the weirdest places. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like, oh yeah, Katie, obviously an Ariana Grande fan. You know, there was someone that would not have. Yeah. I'm sorry, not that she makes bad music or anything, but like I don't know, like she's like a big fan of Ariana Grande. You know?
Yeah. She gives me all the latest updates so.
On Ariana Grande. Perfect. So tell us about her.
No.
Because you forgot him. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, it's been real.
So which one was your favorite?
For consistency, the second one, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I really liked the first one. I just like how it mixed better.
Maybe the second one was like a little too thick.
I think it was a little too thick. Like it didn't run into it at all.
Right. Maybe if we added the ingredients but didn't cool it off as much, it might have been like really hitting that sweet spot. If we had it somewhere in
between the two, I think it would have been perfect.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, we'll never go into business with this.
No, but it was so much better than I thought. I was really worried making something that we've never even tasted before. You know, like who does that? You know?
Yeah, we do.
So, and something so weird. It's not like you're making a casserole for the first time or a dessert. It's like we're making cheese tea.
Here's the thing. We did, right? We made something that we have barely even seen, much less tasted, for the first time. And we wouldn't have done this on a snacker day with each other if it weren't for this podcast.
Yep.
So thank you.
Thank you, podcast.
Thank you, podcast itself. Not even the listeners. Thank you, podcast.
Should we?
We'd be doing this if no one was even listening.
Yeah.
But we love our listeners. I'm just backpedaling now. We couldn't live without you. We need you. So this will come out on Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. Can we get some ghosts up in there?
Ghosts! All right, so yeah. So we kind of rated them. Get out there, try some cheese tea. Tell us what you think. If you got no cheese tea places near you, make some of your own.
And make sure it's all cold.
You got to froth that thing up.
Froth that baby up. And actually just kind of do everything to keep a good consistency. I know it's tough. See if you can kind of like cool the whipped cream or the kind of whipped cream mixture down. Because I think the colder the better, and the better it's going to froth up for you. But make sure that cream cheese is kind of on the lukewarm side when you're mixing it, because it'll make it a little bit easier to mix. So go nuts. have fun, take some pictures, tag us in those pictures. We will throw them up on our stories, and we'd love to see how you guys do too. So congratulations, you're on the journey to making cheese tea. And on that journey, you and your friends or whoever else is drinking it, me and Justin will all be kind of holding hands and riding into the sunset.
The cheese tea train.
Ooh.
Leaving the station.
Choo choo.
Jump on the cheese tea train. That's really hard to say.
Sweet.
What was that thing that I said was hard to say fast? Telescope tote. No?
Yeah.
That couldn't be, because that's too easy.
Yeah, it was tough for you, Justin.
Telescope tote?
Yeah, telescope tote.
What was I thinking?
Teletotes. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for listening, and have a good snacker day.
Yep, and like we've always said, you can always send us snacks, and if you send us snacks, you'll get a shout-out. So
big shout-out.
Snack for a shout. And yeah, if you don't have the money to send us snacks...
Yeah, no worries. Seriously, no worries.
Just give us recommendations, because we're always looking for those. So thanks for listening today. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can find this episode and others like it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and a bunch of other places. And you can go to our website at www.snackdownpod.com.
1, 2, 3. Telescope totes. 1, 2, 3.
Telescope. Oh.
Very, very good. 1, 2, 3. Telescope totes. All right, for real.
Okay.
Truce. 1, 2, 3. Snack you later. Yeah.
And the summer is dwindling, so
bundle up.
Get out there and get those summer snacks before they're gone.
Yeah, get your vitamin D going too. All right. Sweet dreams.
See ya later. Bye.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Snack on.
There's a party going on right here.